All right. Is it working now? Mic check, mic check. Or is it still cooked? Absolute. All right, bet. My bad, guys. Technical difficulties. All right. All right. We do the whole intro. Welcome back to Griggs Talks, where we talk all things sports. Big up Hassan for the raid. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. If you want to leave a super chat, go ahead. Up to you. And yeah, Manchester United finally win a game. It's felt like a year, even though it's only been like a month. But we beat Brentford 2-1. International break had to come to an end, unfortunately. God damn, this camera's bad, but international break had to come to an end, unfortunately. But at least United got the 3 points, and it was a good performance. We're gonna go talk about it. We're gonna talk about the positives. We're gonna talk about the negatives as well. Not that there's many today. For you guys that have usually been here for the match reactions, you know how we do. We just have a conversations. We answer chat's questions, all that kind of stuff. So if you have any questions, just ask them. I'll answer them. And then, yeah, bro, this win just gives Ten Hag more time, which is definitely what we didn't need. I never really expected Ten Hag to even get sacked after this game. It was a game I expected to win. I don't really rate Brentford like that, even though they're like the kickoff kings, but nothing too scary in my opinion. And yeah, we're gonna talk about Thomas Frank as well because he is technically linked to Manchester United, and we're gonna talk about his audition. But yeah, let's talk about the game first. I'm not really gonna recap the game and score like that. It's been like 8 hours. I'm just gonna talk about players, what players I liked, what players I didn't like, certain performances. And I'm gonna start off with pretty much kind of group three players together, and that's the attack. Manchester United's attack was finally clicking. The biggest criticism United have had all season is the attack looks toothless. It looks lost. Nothing's going on over there. It's like three people just going all over the place. No connection. But today, for the first time all year, it felt like probably maybe since the Southampton game that our attack looked like they actually knew how to play with each other. Pause. They had cohesion, they had chemistry, and the interesting tweak was Garnacho was on the left hand side today. Rashford was on the right hand side. Wasn't really a big fan of it. Obviously, in terms of the switch, because I personally prefer Rashford on the left hand side. I really don't prefer Garnacho in the lineup at all, but he started. But Ten Hag did something that he really hasn't done when he's played Rashford or Garnacho on the right hand side, and he utilized them kind of like as a second striker, right forward kind of stuff, like literally right behind the striker, as opposed to a wide playmaker. So today, for the first time all season, we saw Marcus Rashford play in his best position in terms of on the pitch, as close to the box as possible. And when Marcus Rashford is as close to the box as possible, you see the best version of Marcus Rashford. And today was probably Marcus Rashford's best performance in United shirt all season. He was doing a lot of the stuff that he was doing most of the season in terms of creating chances. But today, it wasn't just creating chances. It was keeping the ball well, attacking the space, making the right decisions. And he was doing all that. And Manchester United needed that from him today. And I thought he did a really good job. The cross to Garnacho was actually pitch perfect. Beautiful cross. It was Rashford's patent in right-hand side crossing because whether you love Marcus Rashford or not, one thing I always like to say about Marcus Rashford is his crossing from the right-hand side is absolutely spectacular. I remember in 2021, if you guys remember the lockdown year when Cavani was on the team, Rashford loved putting in a cross for Cavani because Rashford played a lot of that year on the right-hand side because Pogba used to play on the left wing. We all remember Wingba. So Rashford got a lot of game time there. And when Cavani was up top, Rashford really loved playing on the right-hand side because he was able to dip into his creative bag. And Rashford's not the most creative player, but he has that one cross where it unlocks a level of creativity for him that other wingers that Man United might just not have. Garnacho can't cross like Rashford. Ahmad can probably cross like Rashford, but he don't have the the confidence of a Rashford or the intent of a Rashford sometimes. So it was good to see that from Marcus Rashford. As for Garnacho, like you mentioned, I was kind of beefing them on Twitter because I do like Marcus Rashford on the right at times, but I still think the left-hand side is his best position when he plays closer to goal. So basically, where he played today, basically do it on the left-hand side. I still think that's his best position. I still think that's where you see the best Marcus Rashford. And I don't like how we're basically accommodating Garnacho and basically sacrificing Rashford. Like, you're basically accommodating the young buck for the vet when the vet is much better. I always think like the young guy should be taking over the vet when there's a gap in performance and talent levels. And I still don't think Garnacho is anywhere near Marcus Rashford. Andy RM, welcome to the Griggs Talks Jinx. where I jinx absolutely everything. I will talk shit about a player and then they score 2 seconds later. And I'm not even taking that as a dig at Garnacho. I just don't think he's at that level yet. And it was a good finish. Don't forget, it was an amazing volley, spectacular finish. Um, is I mean, the Hojlund is absolutely a better finisher than Xerxes. I don't think that's even a doubt in my mind about that. And I'll talk about Hojlund in a little bit too after I finish talking about the wingers. But yeah, I thought Rashford was spectacular today. He got a little bit selfish towards the end because I'm sure he wanted his goal, but it was a good performance from him. He's building on that consistency levels. He's showing consistent performances from the wing. And if United want to do anything this season, which I don't think we can do much, but if you want to accomplish any semblance of success, it will be because Marcus Rashford is our best attacker, because he still is our best attacker. Whether you like him or not, at the end of the day, in this attack, it's Marcus Rashford's attack. I don't know how far it could take us, and I do think we do need better attackers around him, but it is still his attack, and it will go as far as his attack takes us. As for Garnacho, I still don't think he's a starter level. I do think he is better coming off the bench. It's not a dig at him. It's just the way he plays. Yes, the goal was fantastic, but at the end of the day, he's still very raw. He still shoots like he's Dion Waiters. He doesn't see a shot he don't like. He will pull that trigger no matter where he's on the pitch. He cuts in. He is shooting. The only issue is he's not finding his spots. He's not like what's his name? Like Arjen Robben, who used to cut in and always had a spot to shoot at. Garnacho don't have that. So he just needs more time to develop. And I don't know what level he'll be at, but I just don't think he's a starting level right now for Manchester United. But it is what it is. Ten Hag loves him, and I expect to see him in the starting 11. Amad Diallo, I love Ahmad, but it's clear under this coach, there's not really a big future for him. Ten Hag will be gone at the end of the season, most likely. So maybe Ahmad wants to stick it out, but I wouldn't be surprised and I wouldn't blame him if his agents and stuff started looking for other clubs. At the end of the day, I wouldn't blame him. No, Garnacho's ball striking. I've never seen a guy be able to strike a volley that well, but can't hit a cutting shot, bro. It's ridiculous. Domestic Cup again would be good. I think a top four. Well, I can kiss top four goodbye. United are not getting top four. It's not happening. I generally don't believe it's happening. Rasmus Hojlund, who I would arguably probably give man of the match to today. Andy, it's your birthday today, bro. Happy birthday, my boy. More life. Yeah, I think Hojlund today was the best number 9 performance he's had in the Man United shirt. And it wasn't just about the goal. I'll talk about the goal. It was more about the overall performance, the dropping deep, which he typically struggles at, the non-wrestling of center backs that he was doing today. He was able to back up into the center back, get the ball, release it, or spin, turn, run. Simple stuff like that. Just keep it basic, play to your strengths. And today, Hojlund played to his strengths, and it really showed. He was a one-man wrecking crew up top today in terms of just progressing that ball. It was good to see. And as for the goal, to answer Hassan's question, Hojlund is a better finisher than Xerxes. And that nice little dink finish was amazing. He has 18 goals for Manchester United all comps on 13 XG. That's a ridiculous rate. It's a little worrying that he only has 13 XG, but it's good to see him still have those little predatory instinct finishes that he had. The nice little dink. I think that's 3 times we've seen him score that kind of dink for United. So it's good. And I've come to this conclusion. I'm kind of going to go the opposite of what I was saying maybe 3 months ago. Actually, no, I'm not. I think Xerxes maybe sometimes fits this United team better in terms of the false nine. Maybe has a little bit of fluidity. But if United want to ever be competitive and they ever want to be competing at the top level, I do think a profile of Hojlund is more essential than maybe a Xerxes, and what Hojlund can become. Hojlund's future is a lot, I think, brighter than Xerxes because of just the pure raw attributes. We talk about Garnacho's raw attributes, right? The lack of ball striking, the pace, that kind of stuff. Hojlund has the definition of PMP. And yes, the injury concerns are a little bit, and we'll see what happens with that. But ball striking, he can strike that ball. He can carry the ball pretty well for a player his size. Ball to feet, he's decent at. The touch is a little bit worrying, but he got the flick on lock. He can, like I said, carry the ball at rapid speed. The IQ somewhat is getting better. And I think he just needs coaching. At the end of the day, a young striker always needs coaching. I've always said there's 3 positions in football that you never really need to buy. You never buy young in if you really want to properly compete, unless the player is a supreme talent, like a Hojlund, for example, a striker. Goalkeeper, center back, striker. If you want to buy players at that position, they better be goddamn special. Like when Arsenal bought Saliba, even then it was a risk, but he was special. He's special. Striker Erling Haaland was bought like at 21, but he's special and proven as well. Hojlund, when we bought him, was not proven. was a project signing, it was a raw signing, and United fans to be patient. But last year, because we were struggling, the patience went out the window. But he still ended up scoring 15 goals in all competitions for a team that was that bad last year. It was pretty impressive. And this season, when you really deep it, in 3 starts, he has 2 goals. That's a good return from our striker, considering what the return has looked like so far this season from maybe like a Xerxes. So he's doing good. He's getting better. The confidence is getting back. And Hojlund on confidence is a really good player. We all remember last year he went on the 7-game run of scoring a goal. When he gets that first goal in, he goes on a run. He even did it in Champions League. So it was a good performance, but I'm not going to get too carried away. I do need to see it maybe against Fenerbahce this week if he starts, or against West Ham next week if he starts. A little bit consistency before we go too crazy, because this could have been a one-off. I don't know. But it was good to see him play like that. It was also good to see him play like that against the center back of Ethan Pinnock, because Ethan Pinnock's a very tall center back. He had Hojlund struggling last year. So it's good to see that from him. He was a UCL top scorer when we got eliminated. Think about that. He was the UCL top scorer in the group stages and we finished 4th place. Well, oh my God. That was so terrible last year. But it's that good from Rasmus Hojlund, in my opinion. So it was a good performance from him. Good performance from the attack in general. No really big complaints. Could we have scored more? Yeah. But it is what it is. Not really, but yeah. Midfield. First game in the midfield with no Kobe Mainu. He's out for 7 games at least. We did decent. One thing is, other than Christian Eriksen, I didn't really notice the midfield that much. Bruno had the assist for Hojlund, but other than that, he was pretty quiet, which might be a good thing, in my opinion, because the less times I say, Bruno, what are you doing, the better. And Casemiro was just basically roaming and wasn't doing, and had some good tackles, wasn't involved in build-up, which is good. So, yeah, it was a good performance from that. Defensively, I thought we were strong. I felt Lisandro Martinez played decent at left back. We had to make that switch because Mazraoui obviously was not available. I want to see what that looks like maybe against a tougher winger, because no disrespect to Mbomo, who I think is a fantastic player, but he's not really your traditional winger. He's kind of more like a second striker, so he's not really that 1v1 threat. So he looked better there, but against maybe a better winger, because we even saw him against Oscar Bob in the Community Shield. He was struggling, so we'll see about that. Center backs. Johnny Evans, just typical Johnny Evans performance. Y'all know about yes, sir, Johnny Evans. Solid. De Ligt, on the other hand, had a really good performance, but for about half the game was playing like he wrestled in a Hell in a Cell match in WWE 2K24, because that head was busted open. He was bleeding like crazy, and part of the reason why we conceded the first goal, because our medical team couldn't bandage a head wound, and it cost us then letting Ethan Pinnock go. I don't understand why the medical team couldn't wrap a wound. Any sport that you watch, if you see blood, you have to take the player out and you have to address it. And we clearly did not address it well enough, and it cost us a goal. And on another day, if we don't score and that's the goal we lose on, would have been even more livid, and the whole team should have been livid. The fan base should have been livid. But at the end of the day, it was a mistake that they're not get punished on in the big picture. So yeah, but good performance from them. Dalot, back in his natural position at right back, looked much better. He was offering the width to Marcus Rashford, which he wasn't able to offer when they were playing on the left-hand side together. So I like that tweak from Ten Hag, and also from Dalot playing right back. That allowed Lisandro then to be inverting in the midfield, and it allowed Dalot to be a little bit further advanced, as opposed to Dalot being the inverted midfielder and Mazraoui being the one man. So a little bit tactical changes, sometimes even due to injury, and it worked. The only thing is, though, with Manchester United, not just this season, but the past year and a half, I can't really get too excited after a Ten Hag win. I just really can't. It's just something I can't do, because I don't know what's gonna happen. What I'm gonna see in 3 days on Thursday. I might see some bullshit again. I might see Garnacho back on the right. I don't know what to expect from Erik ten Hag, because he's so inconsistent, and that's life under him. That's why I've wanted him out for a very long time. And he obviously didn't get sacked their international break, which is unfortunate. And I think he's probably our coach for the rest of the year, unless, again, we do really bad over the next 3 weeks heading into international break, which I don't think we will based on the fixture list. I think it's way too light. So I'm probably going to have to get used to him being our manager the whole season. I don't know what the results are going to be because of that. I am ruling out top 4 because of that. But one thing I've learned about Ten Hag is I can't doubt him to get a trophy. This guy might finesse a Europa League. He might finesse an FA Cup. He might finesse a Carabao Cup. I don't know what he's going to do. So there's that. with Eric Ten Hag, but it is what it is from that scenario. But yeah, man, it was a good win, good result. It was much needed. We're actually not even top half of the table anymore because Bournemouth won. We're 11th in the table. We finally don't have the least amount of goals scored in the league, which is good to see. But yeah, man, it was a decent performance. It was much better than previous ones. I think the second half hopefully will be used as the base for what to expect from United, at least in home matches. I don't expect us to play like that away from home. We've proven that we can handle the pressure, which is why I'm scared about Turkey away on Thursday. But yeah, man. Did you want Tuchel? Obviously, Tuchel did get the England job. I have to write an article about that actually. But did I want Tuchel? He wasn't my top choice. Would I have taken Thomas Tuchel? Yes, because he's an upgrade on Eric Ten Hag. Is he the optimal choice? Probably not. I would maybe like someone a little bit younger, maybe a little bit more project based. But at the end of the day, he's a good coach. I think he could utilize the squad to a certain level. My only concern for Tuchel would have been I don't think the attack is good enough for Thomas Tuchel because Thomas Tuchel has proven that he needs his attack. He relies on his attackers kind of figuring it out. And we don't really have any superstar attackers. So I would have been a little bit concerned about that. But defensively, he would have really set us up well. I think we have the center backs to really for him to utilize. I don't think he would have played a 3 at the back because we don't have wing backs. So it would have definitely been like a 4-2-3-1. I don't know what this pivot would have looked like and everything, but yeah, man, I think Tuchel would have been a decent appointment, but he's definitely not my number one choice. I do maybe want someone a little bit more younger than him, and maybe someone with a little bit higher upside, but we'll see what it is. Obviously, it got announced that United pretty much got turned down by Sebastian Hoeneß of Stuttgart. We got turned down by Xavi Alonso from Bayer Leverkusen. Thomas Frank started making the room mill again. Marco Silva. Gareth Southgate links got shut down by Ornstein, thank God. Is there anyone else? Amorim, it's kind of like iffy. It's interesting when it comes to that, but yeah, man, it's definitely something. Let's go to the comments. Hojlund is so unknown in his traits to us fans. We still haven't seen his full potential. He's definitely got an excellent strike on him. I just wish he could get the ball to stick more often. Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. I like how he cooked Bugatsa out of Martin on his hands live. Yeah, bro, you can't disrespect Dom Solanke around me, man. I got the evidence on lock, bro. It's just not happening. Dom Solanke deserves all our respect, man. I hate disrespecting quality strikers. I hate that disrespecting Dom Solanke when their striker is Kai Havertz is absolutely ridiculous to me. But it is what it is. Well, what else can you expect from Arsenal fans? They could hold that loss today as well. But yeah, man, United. I don't know, man. It's very difficult talking about the club right now. It's very difficult analyzing. It's very difficult getting up and being excited for the game. I'm sure you guys watched my watch along with Staffy today on his channel. It's just there's a level of United that you just don't want to watch them. They're unwatchable at times. Like the first 20 minutes, like I mentioned, I wanted international breakback. I really did. And I get it, obviously. And I have to wait another 3 weeks, but it's just I don't expect the performances to really be that good because yes, can Ten Hag turn it around? Theoretically, yeah, but the odds of that happening are slim to none. And it's just the evidence is too much for me to expect anything better from him. And yeah, little wins are nice, but as last year showed us, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. We're about at fool me times 97, bro. It's like, yeah, a win feels better, but am I really gonna build on that win? We haven't built on a win in a very long time under Eric Ten Hag. So if we win in Turkey on Thursday, because don't forget, we're on a streak of 3 European games in a row, blowing a 2-0 lead. If that happens again, bro, that is disgrace. We need to win the match. First of all, we need to win because we're at 2 points in 2 games in the Europa League, and there's a likelihood we miss out on top 8, which means we have to play an extra 2 games, and we risk getting eliminated in the round of 32, which is crazy. Or the playoff round, whatever they want to call them now, which is crazy to me. So yeah, United need to fix up from that aspect, and results just need to come, but performances also need to get better at the same time. And today was a good performance, but the result happened. But I don't know, man. It's like the Villa game was okay. Today was okay. It was better. But what's to stop me from thinking that we're not gonna play like we did against Liverpool or maybe Spurs against Fenerbahce because they're gonna be up for it. So against West Ham, they're ass. But under Eric Ten Hag, I've learned to never be confident going into a game because God knows what can happen. And God forbid West Ham fire Lopetegui by next week. We're gonna have to go up against some manager bounds. We're getting cooked because their squad is somewhat decent. Even though no Mohamed Kudus next week, but it is what it is, man. Casemiro is actually Casemiro is the funniest and the most interesting, unique defensive midfielder I have ever seen in my life because I have never seen a player better at first time crossing as a defensive midfielder than short range passing. It's a miracle what he could do. It's absolutely insane. But shout out Casemiro, man. There's also an issue, the fact that Casemiro is starting over Ugarte. So we now have the worst coach of all time in Eric Ten Hag not rating Ugarte. If that's not raising red flags, I don't know what can raise red flags. And I told you, people. I told you about Ugarte. No one wanted to listen to me. So yeah, we're back to the midfield of 22-23. That's what we've come to as Man United. The midfield that we needed to improve on after 22-23 to take the next step as a football club, we're now back to utilizing. Just 2 years later. Life under Eric Ten Hag. Last time it was a center back partnership of Johnny Evans and Harry Maguire, throwing it back to Leicester 2018. Now we're throwing it back to the midfield 22-23. Next thing I know is I'm going to see Martial pop up out of nowhere. And I'm seeing the Rashford Martial do again. It's like, bro, that's the only negative is iffy about that. And the center back partnership, honestly, when Lenny Yoro comes back, I really want to see what Ten Hag does. Will he bench his sons in De Ligt and Licha, or will he bench both of them, or will he bench one of them to incorporate Lenny Yoro into the team? Because if this team does want to play the way they play today, Lenny Yoro is essential to be able to keep that high line. You're not going to be able to keep a high line for long with Johnny Evans and De Ligt. You're going to get punished eventually. So Lenny Yoro is going to have to come in. Part of me doesn't want Lenny Yoro to play under this coach because you all see what's going on with Kobe Mainoo. And when I warned certain individuals about Kobe Mainoo doing the Conte shift, they told me that's his role and that's what he needs to do. Well, now you have Kobe Mainoo starting hamstring injuries. Exactly what you want your 19 midfielder to do. Hamstring injuries. Sick. So yeah, I don't know how much I want Lenny Yoro playing under this manager, but a part of me also just wants to see Lenny Yoro because I'm excited for the prospect. And honestly, my goal for the season is to see the young players at Manchester United continue developing. That includes Garnacho, Mainoo, Lenny Yoro, Rasmus Hojlund, if Amad Diallo ever gets back into the fold, even maybe a Diogo Dallo, Ugarte, as much as I like it or not. And yeah, I just want to see. I need to see who deserves to be a part of this squad maybe in 2 years' time. So if I do a list of where this Manchester United squad is in 2 years, how many people should I realistically put as keep in 2 years' time? Not next year, the year after. Who should be on my keep list? That's the real question. And that's what I want to see develop. I want to see the players that I think should be on there. I want to see them continue developing to actually warrant being on that list because Ebenezer is Ebe has he said it himself. It's like the Green Goblin is on his shoulder, just telling him, you need to do a troll tweet. You need to do a troll tweet. And he did that. Because he even said like 3 seconds after he tweeted, like, yo, my bad, guys. It's like, yo, bro, it's like it calls to him that he needs to do that kind of tweet, bro. He's a unique character. Shout out my boy, though. That's brother. Benito says, shout out Benito. Iraola is the best out of the Glasner, Gary Neal flavor of the month. Yeah, I do think Iraola is the best. I also think also the work he did with Raul Vallecano in Spain was really special because he was beating big teams. Don't forget that. Glasner obviously has the Europa League with Frankfurt, which is also really good. I like Iraola. I love his pressing structure. In possession is sometimes iffy. I don't know how that will look like with a better team, but one thing I'll say is anything that goes to Bournemouth, don't find it easy. So he's not a fortress, but he's made a tough ground to go to. We saw what Chelsea barely won. They won through the skin of their teeth. Arsenal obviously got bopped today. So yeah, I think it'll be a tough. I think he's a good coach, and I do think he's better than Thomas Frank. I think he's far better than Thomas Frank. And yeah, it's like I don't think he's on the list, but we'll see. But yeah, speaking of Thomas Frank, because I think when I spoke about him, I was muted. Funnily enough, yeah, I don't know if y'all follow me on Twitter, but you saw my tweet. If you did, you do. If you do, you saw my tweet. Y'all know America's Got Talent if you're from the US, or if you're from the UK, Britain's Got Talent. You know when they do the auditions, and then you have the 3 judges with the X's, right? With Thomas Frank, I'm pressing the X right away. I don't think he's built to be Manchester United manager. I think he's a solid coach. I just think he'll drown at this football club. I think his demeanor will drown. I think his tactics are not good enough. I think they're solid, but they're not at that level. I just don't think he's built for the. I don't think he's built for the role. I think the way he approaches press conferences, bro, it's not working out. We are not hiring Greece's coach. It's not happening. Let's keep him there. Yeah, he beat Madrid last year for the World Cup. He's beating Barcelona. I think he's a good coach, man. The only issue is though, like, obviously it's hard beating those teams, but it's also the only thing about the coaches. It's hard adjusting from being the underdog to the favorite. How you approach a game because, like I mentioned, the in possession again. When you coach Manchester United, more than likely the other team will have less of the ball. So, can you impose your tactics in that dominant way? And I think that's what separates a lot of these Pep-like coaches from Pep Guardiola himself. He can break down a low block. He can create the tactics to do it. Can these guys for the most part haven't been able to do it. And they can't play this high line that gets cooked and stuff like that. That's the issue. But I'm really impressed by his pressing structure. I do think this is a shot at a top club. Maybe we're not the ones to do it. Maybe it ends up being a club in Spain, or maybe it ends up being another club in the Premier League. But I do think he's a good coach. Mark on YouTube. It's illegal. All right, my bad. So yeah. Back to Iraola. Yeah, I think he's a good coach. Low-key Arsenal, if they ever decide to move on from Arteta. Yeah, I think not a bad shout. Probably maybe a good transition. I think Arsenal probably gonna look a little bit higher, but yeah, man, I think he's a good coach. So it'll be interesting to see. But anyone else with Thomas Frank? Yeah, I don't think they're good enough. But United, yeah, it was solid. Do you think, man, you will appoint Van Nistelrooy as manager? I think if Ten Hag gets sacked during the season, I do think Wood Van Nistelrooy will be the manager. I do think they're trying to delay that as much as possible. I don't know why, but maybe Wood himself just doesn't want to be a coach and he just wants to stick as the assistant because Wood is doing a really good job as an assistant, according to the reports. He's basically acting like a head coach. He's the most vocal one. He does a lot of coaching with players. You talked about you saw Hojlund talk about Wood working with him. So yeah, not permanent. I don't see it. I don't. Yeah, I don't. I think they would have done it already if they really wanted to. If they viewed Wood as a permanent, they would have just done it now. I don't think Wood would want the job. Boy, it's so difficult being the main manager in United, bro. So difficult. I don't know. I don't know enough about Wood to say that he deserves a job. I would say interim. Honestly, I really wouldn't be ecstatic about Wood as permanent. So yeah, not for me. But who knows, man? Honestly, I don't know what any else are gonna do. I've given up kind of trying to like predict what they're gonna do because I predicted they were gonna sack Ten Hag and they didn't do that. So what more can you predict? So yeah, that is interesting. Yep, he's exceeded the 9 rule, the 9 live rule as a cat. He's now on to his 10th life. I didn't expect that from him, but he's exceeded it. So we don't know what he's gonna do after that. Maybe does he have the 11th life? That will be interesting to find out. Does he have the 11th life? Now I know TKA is not here, and he's usually my mod. So I know Andy and Benito are typically here the most. So Andy, will you let me know on how many likes I'm at? Meanwhile, while I also make you a mod, because you actually are here always. So let me go make you a mod real quick. There we go. 22 likes. Well, that's not 23, but that is a terrible like ratio because there's 114 people here, 118 people here. So that is a terrible like ratio. Y'all are moving like United's attack, inefficient. So that it is what it is from that perspective. But yeah, To be fair though, I also started the video with no noise for like 4 minutes, so maybe I'm a bot too. So yeah, maybe let's not go too far. But yeah, not really much else to talk about, man. United. I feel like I've spoken about United like all day today as well, so I'm kind of tired from that perspective as well. There's only so much you could take. So yeah, man, it was a good day though. It was a good day. It was a good win. Um, nice watch on with Staffy as well, which is good. Whenever I'm on a panel with him again, I don't know, man. I don't really do much panel shows these days, as you can tell. I'm too busy for them, so I only go on selective channels. So whenever I run into him again, bro. It's yeah, man. It's hard to be. I Arsenal fans were a little bit rattled today. I'm not gonna lie. They were, to be fair, they did lose, so it's warranted. But it is what it is. But we gotta call out the injustices as they were talking shit the whole time. So yeah. Also they're also very easy to trigger. But yeah, man, it was a good win. Again, 4 days without United until Thursday. So cherish them. Cherish every single 24 hours in those 4 days, which I think is a total of 86 hours or 96 hours. Enjoy every hour of those 96 hours without Manchester United in your life and cherish them, because trust me, those are special hours, because we have to watch the team again in 4 days. It should never come to a point where you're watching your team is a chore, but it generally is a chore. Like when I woke up today, I was like, United are playing today. I have to watch them. Liverpool Chelsea predictions. Well, I hope, honestly, I kind of want. Okay, first of all, I want to draw. Oh, there's my mod. TK, you're late, bro. You're 34 minutes into the show, my brother. Where have we been? Man, still depressed about Arsenal. I hear it. Liverpool Chelsea predictions. What's I about to say? Yeah, I hope that game's a draw. I hope it's the ugliest game of all time. A part of me wants Liverpool to win because Chelsea fans have been talking a lot. It's Chirp Nation over there. Chirp, 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 chirp. All of a sudden they think they're top four candidates. Actually, no, they think they're top four locks and they think they're title candidates. They think they have one of the best squads in the league. So a part of me wants to see them being humbled, but then also another part of me wants to see Liverpool lose. So I haven't decided which part of my allegiance I want to give towards tomorrow, but it's obviously leaning towards the draw. But my honest opinion, trolling aside, of who I think would probably win, if I had to really say it, I'd probably say Liverpool. I don't see the Chelsea team beating Liverpool at Anfield. I'm sorry. I don't think their defense is good enough to stop an efficient Liverpool attack. No McAllister sucks for Liverpool, but I find it hard to believe that they're going to keep Mo Salah out of the back of the net, whether it be with the goal or him getting an assist. So yeah, I think Slot is good enough tactically to be able to stifle Chelsea's attack to a certain level. But I don't think Maresca's defensive coaching is good enough to keep Liverpool out the back of the net. So, and the fact that it's at Anfield, Liverpool starting a tough stretch of games. They want to start it off with the dub to set the tone. I do think Liverpool get the job done. But yeah, I wish the worst upon that game, man. Shout out Andy. I hope you're doing well, bro. Osimhen scored an overhead kick, but I couldn't enjoy it. Take it. What have I told you, bro? Just go back to your roots, bro. I'm Olympiacos fan. You're Galatasaray, man. Forget about the Premier League football, bro. Prem hype. Big up Mason. I hope it's anything but a draw. TBH. Yeah, Hussein getting cooked would be funny. I'm not gonna lie. That is a good point. Or Hussein cooks, but when you have to deal with the likes of now, you know what the worst is? The worst thing if Chelsea win is it's not even gonna be what I hear from a Chelsea fan. It's gonna be what I hear from William Carnage. That's the worst part. We're gonna have to hear Will talk shit when he's a Madrid fan, but he's also a Chelsea fan. That's the worst part. It's not even what I'm gonna hear from the likes of Marshall. It's not what I'm gonna hear from the likes of RSM. It's what I'm gonna hear from a guy named William Carnage. That's the worst part. Big on my 6 on staff, but we gotta play well consistently, which we won't. Yeah, we won't do that. I wouldn't be mad with the Chelsea dub, especially after today. Sancho gonna cook against Liverpool tomorrow. God no. Ike hype. He says Don. I don't do content with Don, so I don't really care. Yeah, I know he's the most shameless, but I don't trap. Well, even though we travel around the same like content creators, but I don't do streams with him, so I don't really care. Uh, wh- wh- Arsenal are definitively not Will's favorite Prem team. His favorite Prem team is Chelsea. That is a fact. Probably one of them I forgot who, but one of them put 8 out of 11 Chelsea players in a combined 11. Thank you, TKA. Smash the like button. If I were to do a combined 11 right now, in goal, I don't care if Allison's not playing. I'm taking Kelly here over Robert Sanchez. Right back Trent, obviously. Center back Van Dijk Konate, not even close. Left back, I'll probably put Cucurella. Midfield, since McAllister's not playing, we're gonna keep him out, and Lavia's not playing. Caicedo, Gravenberch, Palmer. In the attack, Salah, Jackson, Diaz. So Chelsea get Cucurella, Caicedo, Palmer, Jackson. They get 4 out of 11. I don't know where the 8 came from. If they put 8, that means they put Robert Sanchez in goal. That means most likely they put Sancho at left wing. And they definitely put somehow Enzo in there. Anyone that puts Enzo Fernandez in any combined 11, in a big 6 combined 11, is chatting out of their ass. And they were dead ass chatting out of their ass because he does not get into any big 6 midfield. He don't get into my midfield. He don't get into Spurs midfield. He don't get into Arsenal's midfield. He don't get into Liverpool's midfield. And he sure as hell does not get into Manchester City's midfield. No, I take Jackson over Jota. I think Jackson's a better striker. Shout out to Lex, man. On my life, I will never ever be jealous of Eric Lamela in my life. There is nothing on this planet Earth that will ever make me jealous of Eric Lamela, that absolute Argentinian waste of space. Shout out my boy Martial though. By the way, Martial fan base, yo, the Martial stands, literally, you could find all of them drowning Henny right now after they saw Martial and Hojlund's comments. Because that fan base has spent the large part of a year cooking Hojlund just for Martial to be in his Instagram comments. It's funny how life works. Enzo has been mid though. I think Enzo hype, bro. I'm tired of that guy, man. We should be looking to smoke the show. That's not. Well, we shouldn't be looking to smoke anyone right now. We can't smoke anyone right now. That Chelsea team. Well, if Lenny Euro's back for that, no, he's not back for that game. Oh shit. Yo, we might get cooked. Bro, they got too much PMP in the front. Bro, Johnny Evans, Lissandro back line. Or Johnny Evans delict against Jackson. Bro, we're getting cooked, bro. Oh no, it's gonna be bad. Oh my Lord Jesus Christ. Cole Palmer against God send the prayers, bro. 2 more days. Even though the Knicks are gonna lose opening day. Fuck. Because we're at Old Trafford. United being underdogs at Old Trafford only happens against Liverpool and City. And Arsenal, probably. That's literally it. Other than that, we're not getting put as underdogs. Now Old Trafford, it's very rare. I think today, I think today we're like at minus 175. But yeah, man, it's peak from that perspective. Sai was going through the whole freaking schedule today. Man got all the way to May. But I know we have West Ham next. We need to win that game. That needs to be an automatic win. If we lose to West Ham, I swear to God, bro, I don't care if Lopetegui's a manager. I don't care who David Moyes comes back as a manager. No Mohamed Kudus, that should be a guaranteed 3 points. No excuses. Also, TK, are we at least at 35 likes? Because I swear to God, at least 12 people better have liked that video since I mentioned it 10 minutes ago. But yeah, what's it called? Yeah, West Ham up next. And then I think we have Chelsea. And then we have Leicester. And then we go on international break, I believe. All right, 1 second. I'm going to check that fixture list. 29 likes, probably fraudulence, man. Yeah, West Ham. and Chelsea, then Leicester. Fraudulence. Who gets in for United? If I do United, Chelsea come on right now. I put Onana in goal. Still putting Dallo right back. Yo, can I not put center backs? Yo, hear me out, chat. Johnny Evans, Levi Colwill. Cucurella left back. Midfield 3. I'll keep Manuel because he's not playing right now. Fuck. Caicedo Palmer, obviously. Christian Eriksen. In the attack, Jackson up top. Rashford on the left. Fuck it. Nico on the left, Hojlund up top, Rashford on the right. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I Aguero's probably had a better year. Yeah, I wanted to put him in, but I was admit, you could go Rashford Neto on the wings and Jackson up top. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Yeah, that's fine. No, I'm not happening. So that's a stinky combined 11, you know. Fucking no. To be fair, it's because Mainu was not back from injury and Euro's not back. If Euro was back and Mainu was back, I put Mainu in the midfield over Ericsson. I put Euro instead of Johnny Evans. But yeah, it's pretty stinky. That game's gonna be mid, man. Hopefully, well, not hopefully, but maybe for the mutuals, because entertaining as the one at Stamford Bridge last year. Actually, hopefully, still like the game at Old Trafford, we put belt to ass, but I doubt that happens again because Maresca's not Poch. By the way, he's a terrible coach. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, Richard Hojlund. So yeah, that's why I did based on who's available. And Mainu's not available for that game, and neither is Lenny Euro, neither is Reece James. So I went with I think Dallo is the best right back. I think Dallo's better than Gusto, in my opinion. So yeah. Even though I'm not gonna lie, man. Nah, yeah, Reece James is better than Dallo. It's really that much of a difference. Nah, that was good, man. That's come on 11. Anyone else? Any other Chelsea combined 11s? If you do Arsenal versus Chelsea, I'd go with 5'10" keeper Raya in goal. God, Spanish keepers are so bad at the sport of football. I'd go Malo Gusto on the right. I'd go Saliba Gabriel at center back. I'd go Timber left back. I'd then go in the midfield. I would still do Rice, Caicedo, Palmer. Then I would do Jaden, Jackson, Saka. Courage. Bro, Chelsea 11-0 sweep, bro. Robert Sanchez better than Schmeichel. You're gonna have people like Will that can tell you that Enzo could have started over Roy Keane in that team. That's the type of shit you'd hear people say. Yeah, man. As Sam says, he has a relationship with the nurse. Yo, Reece James and Luke Shaw, bro. That medical bill must be crazy. God knows how much this costs pay on insurance, man. That medical bill must be insane. But yeah, man. Chelsea hype, United hype, Liverpool hype. Game's gonna be ass tomorrow, man. Oh man, something with football that had just like that has made me be like, meh. Will has the wildest take, bro. Will is something. Will is definitely something. Will's a special character, man. Football hype. It's football hype for real, bro. 100 mil for Guarte and speaking of Xerxes, I'm not gonna lie, bro. These cameras are getting worse. I think he's a good player, bro. He just lacks something. Maybe it's the extra little dog in him. Certain fundamentals that just mad right now, man. Need the NBA to come back. I'm getting tired of football, bro. OD, man. It's a long season of basketball. It's a long season of football too, man. He's Sancho, but 6'5". Yeah, bro. It's just I typically I like players that are techie, like for example, like Thompson, but players like Zirks, bro. They just it's too. It's bro. I knew he was nonchalant, but I figured like, bro, you come to United like early in the season, you're gonna show that you want to fight. I figured like the nonchalance would at least come later. But he said has been nonchalant from like day one. I think he's a good player in there, but end of the day, no, thank you. No, I still do think that shit about Mateus Cunha. I do think that, but it's what it is, man. Yeah, we need to stop recruiting Netherlands players. I told people this, bro. We need to stop recruiting Netherlands, bro. We need to stay away from that country. It's just not good vibes. That country is not good vibes. Fucking Clippers hype. That's hype, bro. This guy's a mass fan. You need to respect Roberto Firmino like right now. I am not joking. You need to respect Roberto Firmino right now. Wow, that is terrible. That is one of the best false nines the Premier League's ever seen. It could be the system, but obviously, I do think the thing with Xerxes, like the wingers around him, maybe haven't been as best, but Ten Hag's not utilizing them right there. But yeah, man, that's just missing something. That's why I said I think with Hojlund, I do think the best version of Hojlund is better than the best version of Xerxes, and I do think that version, that profile of striker, I do think wins more than maybe the Xerxes. Unless you have crazy wingers, which you don't have, and I also don't think there's crazy. The thing with the false nine is I don't think there's crazy wingers out there anymore that can really utilize a false nine. From the looks of it, I do think we're going back to the more wide playmakers in terms of wingers era. Not many really good inside forwards anymore, or at least consistent inside forwards. So, yeah, man, it's crazy. Squalex is a flip flop, bro. We know that already, man. But yeah, guys, in about 50 minutes. TK, I know we're not even on 40 likes, are we? Absolute frauds, man. I know Staffy definitely does not like this video. I don't know, in fact, Staffy doesn't even have my notification bell on because he would have at least joined the chat for like a second. So yeah, it'd be like that. It'd be your own, man. That'd be your own. But TK, one more mod duty from you. Can you go into the description real quick? And can you post the link I put in the description of Stretford Trends in the chat, please? So everyone in this video, if you're not going to like this video at least, go like my match reaction with CK on Stretford Trends as we're trying to grow that platform up. And go make sure you like that video and you go subscribe to them on YouTube as well and grow the channel there. So at least show the respect on that platform. By the way, speaking of the Clippers, do you think Kawhi should retire? Kawhi should definitely retire. Kawhi is entering Good Dude University. That is what Kawhi. Let me pin this. There is the video. There is the link. Make sure you guys like it up, please, and subscribe to the channel. You have me on there. You have CK on there. You have everyone's favorite Queens man, Omar on there. Oski's on there as well. He helps with the TikTok and the Instagram. So if you don't appreciate me, at least go appreciate the boy Oski because I know you love Oski. I know he's a fan favorite. So go show him love over there. And yeah, I was just hyping up the Clippers hype, bro. But not Kawhi. Yeah, it's time to retire. It's Good Dude University, bro. It's terrible. He needs to retire. He needs to retire. It's Clip. Great career though. Great career. One of the best I've ever seen in his prime, but it just wasn't long enough. The fact that Kawhi has like less regular season points than some random ass NBA players is crazy. Of course, CK, bro. CK is very knowledgeable, man. Guy was cooking today. Oski, come on. Oski's Oski, man. That's all you can say about Oski, bro. Oski is Oski. The Clippers project failure is not spoken about enough. You know what? Speaking of Stretford Trends, let me pull up the Twitter so you guys can at least go follow them on there as well. Wow, Messi scored a hat trick today. Sick. There you go. See? There's a Twitter. I'm not even showing it. Sick. There we go. There's a Twitter. That's where the main platform is. As you can tell, 27.7K followers. So go follow them on there. And then click on the link tree. Click on the link tree and go like and go subscribe or follow whatever the platform has as the title on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So make sure y'all show them the love. That's enough of that. Phineas hype. Well, Phineas, did you go watch Phineas and Ferb like I told you to? You fraud. Apparently, Wiggins has more career points. Bro, Kawhi. Nah, you know what? Kawhi at the end of the day is not hard to rank because at the end of the day, he's one of the best playoff performers of all time. And that takes you up a lot in the rankings. Skullux is trying to prove. Nah, it's not a channel we created. It's a bunch of guys from the UK as well. Hassan, like that they created. They created last year. CK's been on it from the beginning. And yeah, it's basically like an analysis, like kind of platform for United. So CK was on it first, and then CK hit me and Omar up during the summer to kind of help to join them, all that kind of stuff. Obviously, I've been busy, so I've been kind of taking a back seat on that platform. But I know Omar has been posting a lot on the Instagram and TikTok. So yeah, and then obviously me and CK did a match reaction today. We're probably gonna be doing that a lot. So yeah, make sure y'all subscribe to them, man. And they do a podcast every week as well. So it's not just me and CK Omar on there. There's a lot of other guys. There's my boy Abu, one of the funniest guys you'll ever you guys, if you guys listen to the podcast on YouTube, my boy Abu is hilarious. Hassan has a lot of knowledgeable people. And yeah, man, make sure y'all follow them up, follow up the other creators as well. Go some up high, good content creators, bro. Amazing content creators. So yeah, shout out Skullx, man. Skullx, you might just make mod list. Phineas, you might just make the mod list. Good job. Y'all trying to get the promotion. I hear it. Toronto Kawhi was special, man. Toronto Kawhi might have been more popular in Canada than Drake. No joke. You know what? Speaking of Twitter, let's go read our Twitter notifications. Tom McCutcheon calls me a clown for saying never let anyone tell you Garnacho is anywhere near the level of Marcus Rashford. Shout out my boy Zier. Let's split this. Okay, you know what? We're gonna introduce a little new segment on Griggs Talks where we go through Griggs's Twitter comment section after a popular tweet. Y'all about to see some funny shit. But Kawhi Leonard made the whole city of Philadelphia cry. Do you know how special that is to me? Just because of that, he's better than Michael Jordan. Technically, Skullx, he technically can't ban you. You are not mod yet. Pizza cake. Unlike United fans are never happy. A good win against a good team, and both players play well. Have a day off and stop trying to cause rifts. Just support the players. No one needs to divide this today. Shower up there. Rashford thinks amazing grammar. He was much better than him today and for the last year and a half. A football observer, clearly not observing the sport. You may be right. He might actually be better. Age well. Garnacho will have a better career than Rashford. Shout out to this. Yeah. People be gaslighting us for real, OD, man. Both rubbish. Michael, you should not let yourself be influenced by clowns. Yeah. Don't you look a cunt? Nah, this guy's hilarious, bro. Twitter fans are special, man. Inshallah, bro. Twitter is something else, man. Twitter is a terrible platform. Roy and B crime one of the terrible man. Oh, yes. And B and B crime, bro. I hope I get a second I hope I get another shot. Actually, I already made him cry last year. I want to do it twice. As Anthony Joshua once said, it was so the first time was so nice, I had to do it twice. But yeah, man, NBA preview is actually gonna come out Tuesday morning. I'm gonna record it Monday night, and I'm gonna drop it Tuesday morning, the day of the first day of the season. So that's for sure. And yeah, it's just gonna be a solo thing though. Oh, and they got me Jimmy Butler, so thanks Kawhi. Oh yeah, actually yeah, might man. And they kept Tobias Harris. God, never changed the city of Philadelphia, man. Oh, smoking that pack, bro. Smoking that Philly pack. But yeah, man, American sports is the way, bro. I told y'all, bro. Anyone from this moment on, I told y'all from last week. Anyone that tells me to stick to American sports, I'm gonna take their advice and I'm gonna stick to American sports. I'm gonna stick to NBA. I'm gonna stick to baseball, even though my season might be over tomorrow. I'm gonna stick to NFL, even when my team's ass. Hell, I'll take up hockey. So yeah, man. No one can ever tell me to stick to the sport because I know all of them. Hell, bro, F1's back this weekend. Oh, the TK, bro. Don't make me unmod you and give Skullx the mod. I thought, bro, we're Mediterranean brothers, bro. Please, I call LeBron the GOAT, and this is how you repay me. Be your own, man. That has be your own. But yeah, that's pretty much it for next everyone to check on. Oh, special day, but unfortunately, dreams are dreams, and sometimes dreams just aren't meant to happen. That's how it goes. But now we did an hour. We'll be back. Tomorrow's Sunday, so I'm not recording. Monday up, I might be an American Waffle, depending on if the Mets are playing Game 7. Hold that. Tuesday morning, NBA will be going live. Maybe me and Staffy do a watch along Tuesday night for the Knicks. Maybe we'll be back for that. As for football content, I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to football content, until the next international break, I'm probably just gonna do match reactions. And once international break comes, maybe I'll do like generic football content. Until then, I think there's too many games going on. Like, yeah, and I'll probably be winning. I'll probably be at work during Champions League games. So I probably won't even be able to do a Champions League recap. So we'll see. We'll keep it by you guys know the drill. Who you got winning WNBA finals tomorrow? Hopefully the Liberty. This city needs to break the championship streak, and I can't let it be the Yankees. So I'm gonna need it to be the Liberty. That would be ideal. I was debating with you know, as a matter of fact, let's go see how much tickets are for that game. StubHub. Oh, not as big up Miami TK, but when I'm a Knicks fan, you say F New York. I bet. Tell us. Oh, that game's during the Mets game. I'm definitely not going. $140, you're bugging out, bro. I ain't going for that shit. Give it all, bro. Give it all, bro. Now you're gonna tell me big up Cleveland because LeBron played there. Like, it's not a dumb city, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it's not gonna be nothing too crazy. No disrespect. I think WNBA is a fantastic sport. These finals have been entertaining, but at the end of the day, New York City's not gonna care that much. It just don't got that kind of emotion, unfortunately. Yeah, next time a bad owner, yeah. Well, yeah, actually, some last time I thought to be fair, Dante DiVincenzo ended up almost beating up Brunson's dad. NBA preseason has been mad dramatic, you know. Season's gonna be special, bro. Harden signs out for 5 to 6 weeks as well. I'm gonna have to remember that for my preseason, for my preview for the season. Yeah, man. Yo, Andy, that is so true for about 85% of major cities in the world. People that don't live in the city love a city more than the people that actually live in it. Like people probably love New York sometimes more than people that actually live here. Because obviously New York City is an amazing city like that. But living here sometimes is one of the worst experiences on the planet. Caitlin Clark to be bought. Caitlin Clark is special, bro. The Celtics are winning the chip. Yeah, that's that. There's my one. There's my one spoiler for my preview. Before I talk about every single team on that preview, we're probably just gonna preview it by tier list. Celtics are winning the chip. They are by far the best team in the league. I don't think it's close. So, yeah. TK, you know their famous saying, give it up. I know I'm not Marshall. I don't have a soundboard clip, but just give it up, brother. It's not happening. It's just not happening. Just tell Bron to go put the Henny in the back for me. It's not happening, bro. Yeah. See, you remember when I said dreams are dreams and some dreams are not meant to happen? TK's dreams are not meant to happen. Lakers are not meant to win the chip. Arsenal are not meant to win the Premier League. It's just he's gonna have to keep dreaming, bro. TK's dreams are probably fire, bro. Like Arsenal win the Prems, Lakers win the chip, bro. It's fantastic in that dreamland of TK's, but reality is reality, and it's not happening. So, yeah, but nah. I'll catch you guys probably Monday on Staffies. True. And obviously, the Celtics might not win the chip, but I honestly, I think if you don't pick the Celtics as the preseason champ, I'm not gonna lie, I think you're smoking something because I think they're by far the best team. I think maybe the OKC Thunder are the second best team. I don't think the Nuggets get close to them. Even though they're the best player in the world, no one in the East is going to touch the Celtics. Even my team will not touch them. So, yeah, it's as simple as that, to be honest. Y'all gotta chill with the Tatum. But we'll talk about Tatum. We'll talk about the NBA preview on Tuesday. Fuck. I'm gonna have to do that NBA one live, aren't I? You guys love basketball too much. I gotta make that preview a live video, right? Fuck. You know what? We might just go live after Big Six on Monday, or you might go live tomorrow night. We'll see. All right, that's enough. All right, shout out Richard Valley going. All right, you guys might actually be. You guys are making your way up the mods. TK, do we at least hit 40 likes before I click end stream? What time? I think that's what tomorrow. If I do tomorrow, if I do tomorrow, I'll probably say what, like 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Eastern time. If y'all want later, let me know. 35 likes. The conversion rate is terrible in this chat, bro. 94 you watching. I definitely know 85% of you have not liked. I'm about to crash out, man. I'm gonna have to start bringing a gavel and smashing it for people not liking, man. Maybe I bring people on. I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe doing memberships as well. Getting members perks. Once a week video with streamers. Once a week like call-in shows. And it's not gonna just be talking about football. It's just gonna be talking about what's it called? Anything. So yeah, Timo Werner conversion, bro. I swear to God, we have a bunch of Timo Werners in here. No one wants to be clinical. Ridiculous, man. Absolutely criminal. But yeah. It is what it is. I appreciate y'all for joining. I'll catch y'all either tomorrow night or Monday for the NBA preview. Maybe on American Waffle on Monday. I don't know yet. So we'll see about that. So yeah, enjoy your Saturday nights. Enjoy your Sunday. Stay blessed. Have a good one. As we say in Greek, taleme, or as we say, kalinichta. Peace. TK, hold that L, by the way.